Dragon Tooth Productions is proud to present this. Found anything, Rebecca?
No, these have all been recorded already.
And, where's that tea?
How long has that been steeping?
Only about an hour. Don't worry. Here it is. Oh, what's this?
Oh, thank you, Thomas. Finally, statement that yet to be recorded. You guys take break, I take statement.
Alright, and also, Tom, for the record, needs more sugar.
Alright, now just... Oh, it recorded already? Did I turn on recorder and forget? Never mind. Statement of David Green regarding strange changes in his colleagues. Statement given the 14th of July 2012. Statement recorded. Audio recording by Viktor Mikhailov, newly appointed head of the Statement Division for the Welsh branch located in Cardiff of the International Institute of Supernatural Occurrences. It never gets any easier to say. Or IISO. Statement begins. I remember it like it was yesterday. We met in April '67 in the Horse and Jockey down at Wrexham. She was, well, like any other normal actress that I hired, like the ones you have down around here, until about February '88. Then she just, well, I guess de-age is the best word. When I told her that she became too old and, well, just old looking to act in my movies. I'm a director, by the way. Feel like that's relevant. She no longer had any wrinkles or those lines around your face. Mind you, she was in her 40s at least. She should have been by logic. She tried to say it was a facelift, which was common around that time, when I brought up that face sag. You know, the one that ran in her family. She gets pissed and just says it's surgery, and I drop it. I went over to her place to take her out for a dinner. Funnily enough, going back to the same horse and jockey. But the strangest thing happened. When I knocked on the door and she opened it, she had an eye missing, like completely gone. I freaked the hell out, which I think is fair. You do that too, right? And I asked her why she's missing an eye, because she definitely had to when I saw her last. She started to say she had an accident and lost her eye. I then asked why I wasn't told. I feel like that's pretty big news to not tell someone. She got busy and told me that she had a glass eye and this accident when she was 17 or so. I just had to drop it. I wasn't like she was in any way different just because she's missing an eye. She acted strange at the place. She rubbed her jaw and I asked her what was up. She went on about the toothache and the dentist appointment. So I drop it again, but I can't get it off my mind that her jawline seemed sharper, like noticeably sharper. But it might have been the restaurant's lighting or whatnot. And whenever she ate, it was unsettling, to say the least. She ordered a bunch of fatty food. I'm not a fat shamer, and she was fat. Quite slim, in fact, but it was inhuman to order that much fatty food. Her lips moved so oddly for the few moments that I was looking at her to talk to her, and her cheeks were like a damn squirrel. They'd gotten fuller than when we went in, like she was hibernating for the winter. Then, a week ago, I decided to cast her as a lead for a movie I was directing. She still somehow looked in the prime of her life. It got everyone jealous, but I stopped questioning it a long time ago. When I went to check on her, since she was taking a long time in the changing room, she didn't respond to the knocks. I continued and asked if she was okay. Once again, nothing. I opened the door since it was kept unlocked for some reason. Now that I look back on it, that reason was probably as a cruel joke on me. And I just stopped. This sight is something I will never forget. I've seen things in my industry that have made even the strongest of people cry and throw up in fear. But this was the worst. She was handling and molding her skin like it was clay or plasticine. She pulled at her skin. It should have torn it off like a bear eating a prey's flesh. But it didn't. She made it youthful again. She made it so she had no sagging in her face. And, well, like a young woman again. Like when I met her all those years back. She turned to me like an owl. Her neck should have snapped, but it was like it wasn't there at all. She smiled like, you know, Tom Cruise? Like him. That uncanny smile. It's so fake. Her teeth were whiter than white itself. It was too white. I just stood there in a fear, like I was staring death in its cold eyes. I admit I was a coward for doing this, but I don't want to think of the alternative. I ran as fast as I could. And lucky I was relatively fit for my age and got into my car and just sped home. I'm lucky there wasn't any of those traffic police on the roads, and closed every door I had and locked it as surely as I could. And she began to knock on my front door. It was like she was slamming her whole body into her knock. It was loud. It had no rhythm. I barely moved, let alone leave my house for a week, as she kept the damn knocking. Then she stopped. I still don't know why she did it for a whole week. It was torture. But as soon as she did stop, I made my break for it to the institute to make my statement. And that's everything. I hope this helps you figure it out. Whatever you're doing here. Statement ends. We are unable to follow up on this statement as Mr. David Green died 2 years ago from stroke. I sent Thomas to ask family if they know anything further. My thought? As far I know, Mr. Green had no record of psychiatric issues. However, such things cannot be ruled out. Stress does strange things to brain. I incline to believe, though. It all sounds very uncanny.
Hello?
Thomas, I need your follow-up with family of a Mr. David Green. He died 2 years ago, but we won't cover all bases. Come pick up files from my office when you get a chance.
Radio then, boss. You got it. I'll just finish up the seg and head right on in.
Fabulous. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, I forget this. End of recording. We thank you for your cooperation by listening to this Statement Division, which has been produced and published by Dragon Tooth Productions. You can contact us at dragontools.productions@gmail.com. Licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0 International License. Voice acted by Viktor as Viktor, Juno as Kiri, Ren as Thomas, Rian as Rebecca, edited by Juno, directed by Viktor, co-produced with Salty. Don't forget to dust the webs.